Because I'm a werewolf. Oh, werewolf. Anyways, I want to talk about something. I'm sure you guys, and I'll be talking about something at the end. Well, actually, you know what? Thank you. I want to say thank you for all of your support, guys, and it's been difficult. I've been trying to do all sorts of things. This mic problem happened. I'm gonna have to buy a new one next month, and then my computer and the stinking internet and everything. I can't do videos the same anymore. My untextured face says it all. Anyways, but yeah, I'll just mainly be fooling around while I talk about this, but first off, I want people to throw out questions at pretty much random, as long as they're not too weird or too personal. Like, you decide like how personal it can go. How's your sex life? Oh, can we skip that one? Oh, you're dating? Angelina Jolie. Oh, no, she's with Brad still. God. That would be an obvious lie, too. So, just as long as it's not something really weird like that. You'd probably ask it anyway. I'd probably give you Angelina Jolie as a... No, I'm just joking. Maybe younger Angelina Jolie, but she, kinda doesn't look as great as she used to. Tomb Raider Angelina Jolie, there we go. Perfect. Lara Croft. No, I'm just kidding once again. But anyways, I want to be talking about what my favorite Souls game is. And what I think they should do for future games from software. So, let's talk about future games. First off, I have a friend who's, a new friend actually, who said Bloodborne is a really short game. I guess you could count it as that if you did a certain ending to the game. Because you can skip 2 entire boss battles at the end of the game. And Murgo Wet Nurse will be the only boss battle that you face at the end. So of course it would look short then. But then you have to factor in the fact that you're going to die a lot. That there's a lot of collectibles, weapons, armor, and other items laying around, and treasure chests. There's the chalice dungeons, all the different trophies and how you go about getting them, which took me a really long time. New Game Plus, the co-op, and PvP. If you even bother to get DLC, there's that. There's the fact that you'll be in the different stores here and such and buying things. Trying to go, like, collect as many items to get the ending, probably even playing through the game a couple times to get all 3 endings. The stinking cutscenes, the development with talking to the characters and what you say. What do you want? Reading messages, bloodstains, and just getting distracted by that stuff. These stinking, you can use these like runes or whatever, pick those up and use them, crafting weapons and upgrading them or whatever. Not crafting weapons, but you know what I mean. Fighting the Pthimerian Queen, which is the hardest boss that I had to get to. Finally did, and you can check my profile, TamBoTC, and see for yourself. It's pretty much spelled the exact same as my channel name. I have the Platinum's trophy for this game. There's, of course, leveling up. You know what I mean. There's just too much that stinking say that this game is short. You'll spend tons of hours, even dying. And then let's not even forget all the side stuff to do inside boss battles. you're definitely not going to say this game is short after all that, as well as figuring out what weapons you're used to, getting used to the gameplay style, and finally the fact that there is a 1 hour long video on YouTube that talks about why Bloodborne is awesome and gets people into the Dark Souls series. It gets rid of one of the biggest weaknesses Dark Souls has, which is the shields, as well as figuring out the parry and the backstab in this game, and finally the different like strafing dodge mechanics from Dark Souls and how you use them, focusing on your endurance and health, and going in for attacks to regain health, and so on. And there's side quests with the other characters in the game and such. So I really doubt that you can say this game is short. Matter of fact, this game got on tons of top 10 lists near the bottom, and it was one of the best games of the year. It came out 2015, I believe. It was awesome, even getting its own really awesome DLC that gives us memories of Dark Souls 1, where they had pretty much the same amount of bosses and such. And it was pretty awesome. So I don't know what to say there, by the way. I am at the final boss in this. He's just up there. But, yeah, there is quite a lot, as well as figuring out the lore and the fact that there's tons of YouTube channels dedicated to figuring out the stuff in Dark Souls. You could even theorize and such for yourself. So I really doubt that you're going to say this game is short. Let's get somewhere interesting so you guys can, as well as like being invaded, and trying to actually win. So where do I like going? Here we go. But yeah, I really doubt you can say this game is short, for crying out loud. So denied. I hope you guys can hear me fine though. So ask about the questions. Ask me questions like you can ask me like what my favorite movies are. It can be like most favorite movie or most favorite movies. The same with TV shows, anime, games, maybe indie games. Really doesn't matter. Ask me like what you would like to see in the future, my favorite book. It's just to kind of learn more about me. And I know I don't want it to make it, I don't want it to sound like this is all about me and me alone. Because I would love to know about you guys too, but I'm sure that people do want to get to know the YouTuber they're watching before they really get into their stuff, and that is an important thing for some people. While other people, I don't know. Like, I remember I was watching Sunlight Blade, and people didn't like the fact that he shows his face in a few videos, and it was kind of like, well, that's stupid of you. Why wouldn't you? I'm gonna see if I can get people to summon me. This is where I farm for stinking blood echoes. So Lady Maria is like the best boss to farm for blood echoes. So when it comes to it, yeah, you can ask me questions. A favorite food? Oh, nom 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 nom. No, but seriously, and you guys can do the same about yourselves in the comments below. But I thank you very much for subscribing, liking, sharing, even if you don't, just by coming by, if you were encouraged, or, I put a smile on your face. Let's put a smile on that face. Anyways, made your day. Make your day. And, what I could do with future videos and stuff. I want to do better editing and stuff because right now I can't use my Elgato, but hopefully I'll be bringing, like, I want to get people involved in some of my videos, like whether it's the other YouTubers, my friends, like I have sort of in the past, maybe even just people who watch. Random people or whatever. Maybe some new type of style of videos. I do, like, I had this series, I don't know if you guys realize, I thought it was the dumbest series I've ever made, and I feel like it came out awful, was it was a series of Balthazar Urn. And it was meant to be a roleplay, and it really came out awful, the audio and everything. That's around the time where I was really bad with my editing and such. Like, really bad. Right now I'm using PlayStation to record because of the internet problems and such, but I'm hoping I can bring just as worthy videos, funny videos. I'm trying to add more personality and such to them by, like, voice changing, and adding little puns here and there to go off of that and the situations I get into. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can do right now though, because it's hard to stinking edit these PlayStation videos. And I've been trying to put like Epi Gaming and Silent Death, and I need to stinking get Uncharted working again. My games have been uninstalled on me. The other day I just had Horizon Zero Dawn randomly uninstalled on me, and I was like, what the heck happened? So I had to install it again. And I, like, need to get a hard drive because, for my PS4, because I'm running out of space, and that's one of the reasons you don't see certain games on here. So, I need a hard drive, I need a new headset, and better internet. But, seriously, and to be summoned, for crying out loud, I see people playing, and it's still saying searching. The heck? Anyways, man, this game's so nice. I love its, like, style. Really cool. Little Victorian Gothic setting. But, besides that, my favorite Dark Souls game, and this will surprise some people, and this is where I feel like Dark Souls definitely was out of the being known as a cult classic game, and went into it's a well-known popular game, even though I think comparing other games to Dark Souls is ridiculous. Whether it's a pun or whatever, I'm fine with a pun, but when it comes to stuff like Crash Bandicoot and such, it's like, what? Shut up. That's really dumb of you to compare Crash Bandicoot. First off, the game's older than Dark Souls. It just doesn't make sense to compare a new game to an old game that's just a remaster or a reboot or something of the previous title. So, I don't get that. And it's not the only game that they've compared to it. Like, it makes sense when it's something like The Surge or Neo, because it literally plays like them. It has the same, you can have the same controller layout and everything. And it literally has the same layout even for the maps and enemies and boss battles, and how you go about fighting them. So, as well as the way they use their currency systems and such. And the multiplayer and how that works is very similar. So I don't get why people are mad of others saying that. Now, I don't know what Code Vein is, if that's a From Software game. I don't know if it is, but I do want to see a remastered Demon Souls, and I do want to see like Kingsfield come back. That would be cool, like a reboot or a remaster or something, or just under the PS1 or PS2 section or something. My favorite Dark Souls, though, and this is surprising because it takes, like, the elements of all, even though it does have problems here and there, but I love the cinematic boss battles, the graphics, and it takes all the elements of every single From Software game previously. Even though people always go from one Dark Souls and says the next one is the worst Dark Souls of the bunch, but I think Dark Souls 3 is my favorite of the entire series, to be honest. I'm sorry if that seems like... Okay, I'm not getting anyone. Seems like a bit much, but Dark Souls 3 is absolutely awesome. I love Dark Souls 3. And it's just brought a lot of joy to my face and such. But it was also the Dark Souls that I finally got over a lot of my, like, anger, stressful problems. And it made me happy there too, and I loved its, like, collector's editions and all the things that went into it. Why is it still searching? I'm in the boss room. It should stop by now. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe if you want me to talk more about about why I like Dark Souls 3 the best out of all of them. I sorta did, but I would love to go more in depth why. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next episode of whatever I do, maybe the question section, and seriously, be appropriate with your questions. I was just joking when I was saying that previous stuff. Bye, guys.